Hey everyone, wanted to do a video showing how much, so basically I guess I've been ordering a lot of compost worms. This specific package is 2,000 compost worms, and these are just the regular compost worms. You can order them online, 500, 1,000, 2,000. So how much, how many worms is 2,000? What does it look like? What do they ship them in? All that stuff. Typically it's fast shipping, depending on your location. If it's too cold, they won't ship them out because they'll freeze. This is like a shoebox size container, and you can see that they ship them in coconut coir, I believe, or it's kind of like a organic potting soil mix. Looks like it's peat moss or something. Overall, the weight, maybe 2 pounds or so shipped. Um, and then when I get them here, basically I have, I'll sell some of them, I'll transfer them. Someone wanted 2,000 compost worms, so I'm just going to repackage them and put them in some more long-term material. So I have a lot of, basically it's grass clippings, leaves, things that have aged somewhat. I usually put them on the garden beds out here, and so they'll age. I'll make sure that they're a little damp or whatnot. I don't want them soaking wet. I don't want the worms to be soaking wet. But basically I'll pour all of that, maybe 2 of these kinds of containers, into a bag, and then just make sure that they have a little bit of food, not crazy amount. These guys have been eating coffee grounds, and so this is 1,000 compost worms. Down below you can actually see some of them. These guys have coffee grounds in here as well, and it's just leaves, a little bit of cucumber material and whatnot, and there were 500 or so compost worms in there. Typically in the past I've watered them pretty well, but I would always have worms. They'll try and escape sometimes. So this go around, it seems that if you just put in damp material, don't water them, I might put a tiny little bit of water in the side so that they have some moisture, but I really haven't got any escapes. These guys have been outside for over a week or so. It's Houston, it's middle of April, so it's hot, it's warm, it's sunny. In here I have big super red compost worms, and maybe I'll be able to find one. You can just kind of see the size difference. The super reds look basically, see if I can find one. They look like regular worms. And this material feels a little warm, so I'm wondering, I forget if I actually put material in there. So it feels like it's composting a little bit. I'm trying to remember which side these guys were on. There we go. Okay. So this is a super red compost worm, and we have a regular compost worm, just a red regular. So the super reds could easily be used for fishing bait or whatnot. The little compost worms, they might reproduce a little faster or whatnot, but you can see just the size difference between the 2 of them. These are very similar to an earthworm, maybe a little bit shorter, but they're still red. They look just like a big brother of the compost worms there. So when you put them in the bins, whatever you're gonna do, they will always go down into the soil. You can see that I just poured out all of these guys, and they're already down in the soil or the compost mix or whatnot. They just don't like the sunshine, probably dries them out, predators, all that stuff. So what I do is I'm just gonna go ahead and put these guys into a bag. I'm gonna put in a bunch of shredded up leaves and mulch and everything, and then feed them with coffee grounds or something that's damp, vegetables. I put some fruit in one of these, but since it wasn't as protected, fruit flies came in there obviously, and there's quite a bit in there, so a lot more compost material. I'll water it, spray it every once in a while, make sure it's damp, but overall pretty easy to manage. And if you haven't seen, these are my aquatic plant baskets from Home Depot. I think they're from Total Pond. They're like $3 a piece. It's basically the same thing as a worm bin. I did a video on it earlier. It's been 2 weeks or so, and it's been doing just fine. I'll put in some coffee ground pieces in some of the bins. The worms will eat it, process it, and then when it comes out, you have good worm compost. So with that, thanks for watching, and I'll do some more videos later.